Good evening and welcome to another edition of the Mav and Caw Show. I'm Mav.
I'm Carl. Howdy, howdy.
Hope everybody had a good day today.
I had a great day. How about you, brother?
Yeah, I had a decent day. It was nice.
Yeah, it was all right.
Hope everyone out there had a great day as well. So, Caw and I have discussed this next topic many times.
Yes.
Many times.
Yes.
And he bought something today and he said, man, we got to do a podcast about this because this is not how I remember this stuff.
And the podcast is
The
Mandela Effect. So yes, I had to lean down for that. Sorry.
Granted, we're old.
Did you say granted?
Yeah, granted.
No, it's
granted.
Oh, it is granted. It's not granite. Granite is a rock.
So, granted, we're
Sorry.
old, but we remember things. I mean, we're not crazy.
Yeah, we remember stuff.
So, we really want to get your guys' take on this because how people remember things is becoming a big topic of conversation.
Yes, and it's becoming a big Mandela Effect controversy.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that people remember that it's just not the way it is.
There was stuff that we were going through before we did this. We went through a bunch of stuff, and I was like, I don't remember it like that. And he's like, well, I do. And I was like, well, I don't.
Right.
And we're like,
so,
you know. But
now,
yeah.
The first one we're going to do, of course, is one of the biggies that everybody can relate to. Sinbad in a movie named Shazam, or Shaq in a movie
Shaquille O'Neal.
Kazam. Now, here's the thing. I've seen
both of them. I've seen both of those freaking movies. Dude.
So about a month ago, I was on YouTube, and I seen an interview with Sinbad. And they asked him, do you remember doing this movie? And he said, well, no, but he'd said something about they filmed like a clip or something.
Okay, but
and they showed the clip, and he was dressed like a genie, and he was with two kids, and they were like,
okay, but the thing is, I saw that interview too, and after that, there was another interview where he was like, yeah, I was just playing because Sinbad's a comedian, and he was like, yeah, I was just playing. We totally made that movie. I totally was like, okay, so like. Dude, I don't care what Sinbad says, man. I saw that movie. Okay, and I don't know which one was which when it came to how the movie went, but I remember in one movie, I think it was the one with Sinbad, they rubbed a magic lamp and he came out. Now, okay, the other one with Shaq, he came out of a boombox. Okay, like it was like a magical boombox or some bullcrap. But I remember, dude, I seen both of those movies, man.
Oh, okay, so apparently, according to Google, Sinbad has admitted to starring in the movie Shazam. He has publicly confessed to doing so.
Yes.
Even admitting that it was for the money and that he was not proud of this movie. For years, he had denied being in the movie, but eventually confessed. This is according to a video on Facebook.
He's not the first actor that has done that. There was, I believe it might have been Kevin Hart. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on this. But there was a movie called Snakes on a Plane, and it involved like Snoop Dogg and them guys. And
yes, I remember Snakes on a Plane.
I think it might have been Kevin Hart that was like, I wasn't proud of that movie, dude. Let's not include that in my videography.
Yeah, Snakes on a Plane was Samuel L. Jackson. MF for this.
Him too was in there. But yeah,
okay.
Snakes on a Plane. So it was not a good movie.
Now, as I was doing research for this podcast, this one's kind of iffy because I got different answers from different websites. Looney Tunes.
Okay.
Now, was Looney Tunes spelled LOONEYTUNES, as in tunes, musical tunes? Or was it Looney Tunes? LOONEYTOONS.
Okay, so I remember when I was a kid, it was Tunes, TUNES, but I'm going to give it to the Mandela Effect because whenever I seen them side by side, I remember TOONS.
Well, here's what I recall.
The way it looks. I remember it looking like that. But I also remember Tunes because it was music.
Well, it was TUNES because it was called Merry Melodies.
Yes, Tunes, Merry Melodies. Yes, exactly.
Now, the TOONS is, I think, the new version that they
because
use.
they're cartoons.
Right.
Cartoons.
So I think that's where that is getting
mixed up.
Yeah, the signals are crossing there. But
so that's a hard one for me, man.
One website said it was never Tunes, TUNES.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one said, yes, it was TUNES. You know what I mean? So
we don't know, man.
I mean, to me, TUNES would be more acceptable.
We're just caught in the effect.
You know what I mean? Because it was called Merry Melodies. You know what I mean? Musical melodies.
I get it. But, man, when I look at them side by side, I totally remember it looking like TOONS.
All right.
I don't know, man. I'd have
You don't know. You don't know.
I would need Christopher Lloyd and Michael J. Fox for that one. For the, Back to the Future. I need to go back to the past to remember that. I'm trying to not cuss on this one.
Now, I remember this next one. Okay, and I'm not going to say it until this is one of Cause's big Mandela effects here.
Good.
Monopoly guy having a monocle.
I remember him having a monocle. But I also remember him not having a monocle. And I think it was a transition.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's not necessarily a Mandela effect. It was like later on in the years they changed it up.
Okay,
maybe this monocle makes him look too old. Something like that.
Well,
but there's also the thing where they said that he had the monocle in a couple of his chance and community chess cards, but not in the entire game itself. Like it says Monopoly in the middle of the board and has him directly in the middle.
Yeah.
Bursting out with his cane. That's a Mandela effect in itself. So, did he have a cane and a bag of money with the dollar sign on it? Or did he just have a dollar sign or just the cane? Or neither, just his arms out with his cane?
Really? I didn't play Monopoly like that.
Dude, so I played Monopoly a lot.
Yeah, I did not. But I do remember the Monopoly guy.
I can't remember, but I remember kind of both of them. Like I said, that might have been a transition.
According to Monopoly, he never had a monocle.
Oh, come on.
Nope. There was never been a monocle.
Who is that? Parker Brothers? Come on, Parker Brothers, man. Quit BSing us, man. Dude, we know he had a monocle, dude.
I mean, like I said, I can't say either way because I played Monopoly, a few times in my life, but I've never. I played it a handful of times in my whole life.
I was locked up, and that's all we had to do was play Monopoly or chess or AC Deucey. Or, a couple other games, man. Right. That's all we had to do, man. I played a lot of Monopoly, man.
Okay. Here's another good one. Growing up, we all remember Fruit of the Loom. Now, it shows the fruits and vegetables. The fruits.
No, just fruits. It's called Fruit of the Loom. Not fruits and vegetables.
Did it have a cornucopia?
It totally had a cornucopia, man. I don't care who you are. If you don't know what a cornucopia is,
It's like a basket.
It's a funnel basket. It's
Yep.
shaped like a funnel. Okay, and it had fruit spilling out of it.
Right. And
Apples,
that's how I remember
apples and grapes and something else was coming
Yeah.
out of it.
Yep.
So, yeah, no, Fruit of the Loom totally had a cornucopia, dude.
Now, according to
They got video footage of other people doing things on.
I remember, dude,
and they have the old T-shirts and
look,
everything.
I'm going to be
and
honest.
it has the cornucopia.
I'm old. Okay.
They
I was born.
transition. They transition. It's not a Mandela effect. It's a transition.
I was born a very long time ago, and I remember being a little kid.
Dude, 70 years ain't that long ago, dude.
Right. My mom bought my brother and I Fruit of the Looms. Okay. Now, I remember the cornucopia. I remember it. You can't tell me it wasn't there because I remember it. And that was all that was available back in the day.
And that was like the best ones.
Okay, was Fruit of the Loom.
Yeah.
But according to Fruit of the Loom, there was no cornucopia. It's never had one.
Liar! I call liar. There was totally a cornucopia.
Yes,
man.
I remember it. Yes, absolutely. Yes.
You're not fooling us, Fruit of the Looms.
Now here's
Hey, don't make me switch to BVDs.
Here's another great one.
Do you even remember those?
Yes.
What's another great one?
Captain Crunch. Now, a lot of people say it's Captain. Hey, do you want Captain Crunch? And I always correct them. It is not
it's
Captain.
not Captain. It's Captain.
Captain.
Captain Crunch.
CAP''N.
If you want a captain, you're going to have to talk to Mr. Jack Sparrow.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, it was Captain Crunch. Hey, your buddy would come over on Saturday morning. Man, you want some Captain?
You got some Captain Crunch?
You never said Captain because it wasn't Captain. It was Captain.
Do you remember when they came out with the peanut butter Captain Crunch?
Yes, absolutely.
Bro. I never had it because I was poor. You know what we had? I'm just playing. I had it a couple times, but it wasn't at my house because we was poor. Man, I remember. It's weird that I love being poor, man.
A lot of people say it's Captain. It is not Captain.
Is not.
It has never been Captain. It will never be Captain. It is Captain. CAP''N.
I remember the old commercials.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I do imitations, as you all know. I'm going to try to imitate. It's Captain Crunch. It's with the crunch berries.
Yep. That's how he talked.
I hated Captain Crunch, man. It tears up the roof of your mouth. God.
Yeah, a lot of people, I mean, they're going to say.
A lot of people loved it.
Yeah. And I'm sure maybe in today's world, they may call it Captain. I don't know. I haven't been down the cereal aisle.
Dude, hey, you know what?
I'm diabetic, so I can't have it anyway.
Hey, listen, I'm going to tell you what right now. I wasn't joking about being poor, man. You know what us poor people had in place of Captain Crunch? We had King Vitamin.
Yes.
It was exactly Captain Crunch. It just sold at a discount. You know what I mean? Man, King Vitamin, dude. Oh, man.
Now, this next one is going to divide people, like, heavily.
Oh, which one is that?
Okay. Now, I remember seeing this as a little kid. Of course, it came out many, many, many years before I was born. So, but the original, not the remakes, the original movie, Snow White. Did she say?
Okay, all right.
Did she say, "Mirror, mirror on the wall"?
Or did she say magic
mirror on the wall?
I remember mirror, mirror on the wall.
Me too. Yes, I do.
Who is the fairest of them all? You are. Yeah, no, that was mirror, mirror on the wall.
Yes, that's how I remember.
There was another one. I said it earlier. What was the other Snow White thing? Hi ho, hi ho.
It's off to work I go.
Nope, it's home from work we go.
Yep.
It's home from work we go. And it really is home from work we go, because if you watch and you pay attention to the movie, they're coming home from work when they're singing that.
Yeah, I think they also sing it when they go back to work. but I'm not sure. I could be wrong, and that may be where the confusion comes from. Okay.
Hi ho. Yeah,
So
I remember the whole song and everything.
Here's the next one.
Hi ho. It's home from work we go. That's why they were so happy. They were getting off of the work day.
I think it's this next one is, I think, going to cause some confusion as well.
Go ahead.
I remember being a kid,
and
8, 9, 10 years old. Mom, can I have a Kit Kat? Kit Kat had a hyphen in between kit and cat. Now, they're saying...
I remember the hyphen.
They're saying the hyphen was never there.
Yeah, like, why? I think they're trying to make things for us to argue about. Like, because it was totally a hyphen there, dude.
I remember the hyphen, is all I'm saying. Because I love Kit Kats, and I have ate them my whole life, and I think they're great. Kit Kat, when I was a kid, they may have changed it at some day in the future when I grew up, but Kit Kat always had a hyphen.
Yeah, when we was kids, there was a hyphen. Kit hyphen cat.
Yes.
Just the way it was.
Yeah, and
that's the law of the West.
And then there's one more before we get to cause stuff.
No, yeah, there's a couple.
There's one more before we get to yours.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Now, Kyle and I, this is one of the things we discussed in detail many times. I remember growing up, and there was 3 peanut butters. Jif, Jiffy, and Skippy. Okay? But according to Jif, there was never a Jiffy. I remember Jiffy.
No, according to Jiffy, there was... Oh, yeah, Jif. Yeah, according to Jif, there was never a Jiffy.
Right, it's just Jif. Choosy moms choose Jif.
Yeah, and Jiffy, peanut butter, and jelly. We remember the freaking commercials. Choosy moms choose Jif. Jiffy, peanut butter, and jelly. And then there was Skippy. I remember them commercials too, but I don't remember their jingle.
I wonder
Isn't it awful weird that I don't remember Skippy at all, barely?
I actually...
It's so weird, right? Have you seen Skippy peanut butter on a shelf lately?
Yeah, today, actually.
I
went to the grocery store.
Okay. But I wasn't with him when he went shopping.
But I wonder if the Skippy song is the one we're confusing for the Jif song.
Oh, I'm going to... Was it Skippy, peanut butter, and jelly? Was it? No, okay, dude, I remember Jiffy, dude. I remember Jiffy, man.
Hold on.
I'm just saying, I totally remember Jiffy.
Okay.
I remember Skippy, and I remember Jif.
Hold on, because I'm going to YouTube this right now.
Man, tell us what you guys think, man, like with this Jiffy, and Skippy thing here.
Yeah. Please.
Holy shnikes, dude. Like, I can't believe, like, we're, like, even looking this up right now while we're doing this.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, you found it.
Here we go. Here we go. 1989.
Who is that?
Listen.
Skippy. Everybody's skippy dipping. Wow, everybody's skippy dipping, man. They made that as sexual as they possibly could without making it sexual. Because, I mean, skippy dipping.
Okay, here's one.
Come on, skinny dipping.
That was from 1989. Okay, so they could have...
And that funicello on the beach. Familiar, right? Except these days, I'm with my family.
Back
and
up a little
lots
bit.
of Skippy peanut butter. The kids love a real peanut taste. So
Okay,
for
that's
us,
another
it
Skippy.
has to be Skippy. You see, Skippy's not like other national brands. Skippy has more ground roasted peanuts. Why, there's 1.5 jars of peanuts in every jar. And more peanuts naturally mean real peanut taste. So if your kids love a real peanut taste, like mine, it has to be Skippy.
Yeah, no, they didn't even put a theme song on that one.
No.
You know,
Dude, I was licking my lips and everything during that. Like, I was like,
yeah.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
I'm looking for. Yeah, I mean,
We'll maybe do that another time. What's
Yeah.
the next one, man?
yeah,
What's
we're
the
we're
next
gonna
one?
have to research that a little bit because I mean it could be
Just a little bit.
it could be Skippy, but I don't know. I don't know. But I remember the commercials, like he said, and I remember.
Sorry.
All right. So I
Oh,
remember
man.
Jiffy. I don't know if you guys do, but I do.
No, I do. I remember Jiffy. I remember Skippy, and I remember Jif.
Jif.
I remember all three of them, dude. All
Yep.
three of
And
them.
I will put everything on the screen so you guys can see what we're talking about because I remember it.
The thing you looked up earlier, they showed a jar of Jiffy,
Yes,
and it was the same color code as Jif.
right. But
It was like Jiffy shortened their name and became Jif.
Mhm.
Right? Like, that's what it seemed like to me. You know what I mean? So,
all right.
I mean, it is what it is. If you want to shorten your name, but don't ever say that you never existed. You know what I mean? Because you totally existed. You totally existed to a whole big old group of people that know you existed. So, there's
All right.
that, you know?
Now we're on to Costa.
Okay.
First and foremost, the original Pringles. Now,
Oh, yeah.
Carl remembers he was like an oval shaped face.
White. It was a white.
Yeah, oval.
Oval, white, and then it had, like, you know, the
Little
mustache.
dots for eyes.
Dots and the little eyebrows.
And the little mustache.
Yeah, and eyebrows.
And he didn't have a hat or anything.
He didn't have a hat or nothing on. Now check this out, man. Man, what the heck is that on his head? That little brown little cap thing. You know what I mean? Like,
And why is his eyebrows not on his head? Because I remember him
no,
having
I
eyebrows.
remember his eyebrows like that. But that thing on his head, that was never there before. It was just a shape of his oval, you know, white with the.
Yeah, it was just a white oval.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't have nothing else on there. So yeah, what's up with that?
Yeah. So
I totally
tell us
remember.
what you guys remember about all of these, because I'd love to hear your
What
thoughts
do you
on the
got?
Pringles.
Yeah, what you remember?
Because I
about
don't remember the
Pringles?
Pringles guy having a hat.
Oh, tell them your little info about Pringles. It's not a what?
Oh, Pringles is not a potato chip. They do
It is
not
not.
say potato chips on
It is
anywhere.
not. What's it say?
Potato crisp,
It's a crisp.
because they don't use real potatoes.
And did you also know that, like in England, they say crisps.
Yes.
They don't say
Potato
chips.
crisps, yes.
Whenever they say chips, they're talking about French fries.
French fries, yeah.
Crazy, right?
Now
So
we're
there's one
on
more.
to one of the big ones here.
All right.
And let me start by saying this. When I was in elementary school, I went to the library, and, you know, as a little kid, we didn't have the internet or anything. So your deal was checking out books.
Yeah.
And I read
Yeah.
a lot of books. And I remember the Berenstain Bears.
I remember the Berenstain Bears too.
I do not remember
The Berenstain
Berenstain Bears. And the reason I know that is because I can spell, number one. I was very good. Very, very
Yeah,
good.
very-
Very good at spelling.
Not only at spelling, but good at pronouncing what you're
Yes.
reading.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So I knew what I was reading, and I know what I've read. So this Carl
see,
and I go out
so
today, and he finds these books.
okay, but so I also was not. I'm not going to say hard of hearing or half deaf. I'm not going to say that. But okay, so we're going with the Berenstain Bears, or whatever you want to call it, whatever. I used to say the Bernstein Bears. Burn, Like, not even Baron, it's Bernstein Bears.
Yeah, that's
what
how I
used
used to
call
say it. Yeah, Bernstein.
All
Yeah.
right, now I remember. So that's what's actually making me question this one I'm about to show you guys. I remember my mom correcting me, man.
Mm-hmm.
I used to say the Bernstein Bears,
Yeah.
and she's like, "It's not the Bernstein Bears, it's the Berenstain Bears."
Yeah.
And I was like, "What? No, it's not." And when she said it, I was like, "No, it's not,"
Yeah.
because I knew better.
Because it was
But
EIN,
so,
and that's what it was.
if you guys remember when The Simpsons first came out on the Tracy Ullman show and their cartoons looked a little ridiculous, well, here we go. That's how the Berenstain Bears came out. The Berenstain Bears, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, this is from
But yeah, it says
1960.
stain, and it's not. I remember it being EIN.
Hey, isn't this 1962, right?
Yes, copyright 1962.
So this is like a way old
Dr.
one.
Seuss. Dr. Seuss. Look up here. Yeah, that's it. Dr. Seuss, 1962, and by Stanley and Janice Berenstain. I'm a little puzzled by that too.
Because I remember it Berenstein.
Me too. EIN, man.
Yes.
I remember EIN.
Yep.
But this is before they had their own shtick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, look at how they look. You know, you know that's the papa and that's the boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, but they looked
totally different.
Totally different.
Yeah, that they look Dr. Seuss.
Yes, before they became professionally drawn. You know what I mean? Like,
I remember it Berenstein.
Yeah, no,
EIN.
me too. Yeah,
and
dude,
I mean, there's no way around. I know what I recall.
Me too. It's just so weird though. That, I don't know, I was looking at it earlier, man, and I just got this flashback from me and my mama talking.
Right.
And I remember my mama being like, it's Berenstain. And I was like, what? No, it's Bernstein. And she was like, no, it's not Bernstein, it's Berenstain. I was like, what? Woman, you're wrong. Right. I told her she was wrong then. You know, like,
I mean, I recall it. I do not absolutely have 0% memory of AIN. I just don't.
I mean,
I don't. I'm going to be honest. I remember it being EIN.
See, me too, though. That's the thing. Even though I got that hardcore memory of me and my mom having that conversation, I still remember it being EIN, man.
Yeah.
Steen.
Yes, because
Steen.
yeah. So you guys tell us what you guys think. What is your memories on it? Because these are things that I mean, we recall. It's just the way it is. You know.
Yeah.
A lot of these.
I would love to hear from the public, man.
Yeah.
Seriously, man.
Yeah.
Hit us up, man, because
I was watching. There was something.
I want to do like a survey.
I was watching something the other day, and they were talking about how the world is just wrong, and every we all have collective memory loss when it comes to things. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, it's not.
Man, it's not.
You can't make every person on the planet remember something and then tell them it didn't happen.
I think a lot of things have changed. Like, for instance, Fruit of the Loom.
Yeah.
I think they took away the cornucopia.
But according to them, they never used it.
And then had the new logo. But, like, how dare you insult my intelligence by being like, oh, we never had the cornucopia.
Yeah, dude, I remember the cornucopia.
Yes, you did. Yeah. Yes, you did. Damn it. I'm telling you, Fruit of the Looms, you had a cornucopia, god darn it.
So, all right, you guys tell us what you think. We hope you enjoyed this podcast, and we will see you guys later.
All right, we'll see you.